kids, I heard that you guys out there want to play an Avengers game and you can't wait for a new Avengers game. Well, guess what, guys? I have special news. We made an Avengers game!
Wow! You guys really made an Avengers game?
That's right, we made an Avengers game!
And I get to play as all my favorite heroes?
Well, yes. You'll definitely get to play as all your favorite Marvel heroes in a campaign and in multiplayer.
So I get to play as Captain America? You mean I get to play as Hulk?
Yes, you'll get to play as Captain America, you'll get to play as Hulk.
Wow, so you mean I can play as Iron Man? You mean I can play as Black Widow?
Yes, you'll play as Black Widow. You can play as Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan? Who's that?
Oh yeah, Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel.
Yes. Okay, that sounds cool, Miss Marvel, you know? She has her own comic, she's cool, she brings diversity to the cast. Alright, that's cool. But how about Hawkeye? Can we play as Hawkeye?
We'll add him in later, kid. For free.
For free? You mean I don't have to pay anything for that? You're just gonna give them to me for free?
Yes, free. But there might be a $10 battle pass that you might have to play if you want all of Hawkeye's goodies. Yes. The fools. They will buy the Avengers Marvel game and they will think that it is for free. And they think that Thanos will be in the game and Hydra and all of the...
What? Thanos is not in the game? Who's the villain?
You didn't hear that. Thanos is not in the game. But you'll be playing against AIM.
AIM?
AIM. Advanced Idea Mechanics. Yeah.
AIM, isn't that those, like, robot guys? Like, they got technology and robots, so... Well, what else you got? What other villains you got?
Well, we got Monica Rapucci.
Monica Rapucci? Who's Monica Rapucci?
Well, she's a villain in the Avengers game. That's right.
How about Spider-Man? You think we get Spider-Man?
We're gonna add him in later, kid.
How about Doctor Strange?
We're gonna add him in later, kid.
How about Black Panther?
We're gonna add him in later, kid.
How about Captain Marvel?
We're gonna add him in later, kid.
And Hawkeye? Man, Hawkeye never gets play in any of the movies. We're gonna play as Hawkeye, right?
Hawkeye. Yes, Hawkeye. What about that? Well, Hawkeye is not in the game. We're gonna add him in later, kid. We're gonna add him in later, kid. We're gonna add him. We're gonna add him. We're gonna add him.
If I had the reality stone right now, Crystal Dynamics, you wouldn't even exist. Bait and switch. This game does not deserve your money, and it does not deserve your time. Okay? 6 playable characters. 6 playable characters. Okay? No Deadpool, no Wolverine, no Ant-Man, no Avengers other than 6 Avengers, one of them who's not even an original Avenger. The game starts off with Kamala Khan, and I don't have a problem with Miss Marvel, but why does she have to move so slow in scenes that are not action scenes? I don't have a problem with Tony Stark. Tony is cool. But why do the characters have to move so slow? Probably 3 exciting missions. The first one, the one in the middle, and the last one. And that's it. With a 10-hour campaign, a 10 to 12-hour campaign. I finished this game almost like in a day. Like in two or 3 days, and I was completely done with the game. I'm already finished with it. First off, how do you make Avengers boring, guys? How do you make Avengers boring? I didn't know that you could make Avengers boring. You have to work really hard to make Avengers boring. You have to be extraordinarily committed to the task of making Avengers boring. And what did they do? The opening sequence in A-Day with Kamala Khan visiting the Avengers on the Chimera helicarrier, which was amazing. I enjoyed it. But it just goes to show the Avengers are just a marketable product. You could print Avengers on a toilet paper and people will buy the toilet paper. So that's the attitude that Crystal Dynamics had in going in to make this game. Hey, let's print Avengers on toilet paper. People will still buy it. Yes, people will still buy it. I bought it. And you know what? I don't feel good about it. Crystal Dynamics has led in with teases and previews in their Instagram page. I was thinking that this game was going to rival Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I was wrong on that. Let me tell you something, guys out there, Marvel fans and girls and guys. Excelsior. This game is not. So you want to play as Hawkeye? No, you're not going to be playing as Hawkeye. This game is one of the ultimate bait and switch. It's on the same level of Last of Us 2, but at least Last of Us 2 was entertaining. This game is not. This game is a bait and grind switch fest, okay? You start off with in the first mission in the battle in San Francisco and the terrorists attack A-Day, and your first boss is Taskmaster. So put 1 up for Taskmaster as a Marvel villain. Then after that super exciting mission, the game becomes a dull, linear, boring fetch quest. Same levels blended over and over, large levels. There's Destiny microtransactions, Destiny type levels. This game should have been called Kamala Khan and Friends, because that's what the game is. It's Kamala Khan and Friends, okay? You see people in the gaming journalistic media saying, wow, what an amazing campaign. Trust the gamers. The game is a disappointment and it's not worth your money or your time. On Metacritic, you're seeing people giving this a 5, a 0, a 4, and that's generous because it really should be a 0. This game is the corporate cash cow, milk in, phoned in crap. Let me just go through the game real quick to just give you an idea of like why I dislike this game so much, okay? So as I said, first San Francisco Bay, first mission, great. Then it gets grindy and repetitive. Then you get a middle mission. Your whole existence is to resurrect this helicarrier and find out what happened to Captain America, because you can't play as Captain America for almost half of the game. You can't even play as these Avengers. Each time, you know, you can't even pick the Avenger you want to play as until you get to a certain point in the game when then you can start picking the Avengers, but you can't pick all of them. It's like in the beginning, they give you access to each Avenger for a limited amount of time, and then after the Bruce Banner, you know, it says that the Avengers are dangerous, which I don't understand what they did to Bruce Banner's character in this game. But Bruce Banner's character, it's like he's so wimpy. He's like he says the Avengers are to blame for stuff. Avengers are wrong. Avengers are bad. You're an Avenger, dude. What's wrong with you? You know, Avengers are bad. You have Tony Stark grilling. Tony's like homeless or something. He's in a van grilling hot dogs or something. Like, do you get to, you know, in this game, it's like everything that as an Avengers Marvel fan, everything that I wanted from this game, they did not give me. Okay? Do you get to see Tony's workshop and where he makes these amazing Mark suits? No. Do you get Captain America's backstory and him fighting Hydra in World War II? No. Do you get to go to Asgard and see Odin's son in the palace of Asgard in Thor and Loki? No. Do you get to revive Black Widow's training? No. Do you get to see the experiment that made Bruce Banner the Hulk? No. Do you get to, you know, do anything cool with the Avengers? No. Okay? Villains. You got villains. Marvel has so many great villains from all across the Marvel universe. Galactus, Doctor Doom, Thanos, Red Skull, Hydra. Who's the villain in this game? AIM. How many Marvel villains do we have? Okay, I'll tell you. We have Taskmaster, we have Abomination, and we have MODOK. That's it. 3. You get 3 Marvel villains. 3. In like a 10 to 12 hour campaign, which you can beat in a day. And then after that, what's the end game? Playing with your friends. That's the end game. Playing with your friends in a Marvel's Avengers initiative, which you play with your friends to grind for cosmetics. That's what you're doing. It's a grind for cosmetics. So if you want a Hulk in a gangster outfit, 12,000 points or whatever. If you want to see Black Widow in another outfit, 24,000 points or whatever. If you want to see Cap do a drop kick, 12,000 points, but that's going to cost you $24.99. What? I just bought the game. The game collector's edition, $120. Regular price, standard, $60, $59.99. And on top of that, you throw in microtransactions for points, okay? Just like all of these other companies that are really getting on my you beep it out, my of companies that I no longer want any business to do with. I put you up there, you know, Crystal Dynamics, you're going up there with Konami. You're going up there with Naughty Dog. You're going up there with EA Sports. You're going up there with NetherRealms. Okay, yeah, I said it, NetherRealms, for tricking me when I bought Mortal Kombat Ultimate Complete Edition and then they came out with Aftermath for $40. Oh, but OC, you know, they need to charge people these microtransactions. So, overview of Avengers, graphics. What is it about these days, really? It's basically style over substance, okay? What are you getting? You're getting an Avengers that looks decent, okay? Graphics are decent, alright? Graphics, any studio, you know, that holds their weight in the industry can produce graphics like this, okay? And I didn't buy Avengers for graphics. I bought Avengers for gameplay. I bought Avengers, you know, for gameplay. I bought it for the story, alright? So I bought Avengers for gameplay. I bought Avengers for the story. I bought Avengers for the spectacle. It's playing as Earth's mightiest heroes. And, you know, I basically bought Avengers for replayability. And in terms of replayability, this game is a grindy mess. Okay, so graphics, okay, you pulled off some graphics. It looks decent, okay? It should. It's Avengers. You can't mess that up. Gameplay. Gameplay is boring, okay? It's generic, it's the same. You pull off the same combos, you do the same things. If you're making a brawler, okay? Light attack, heavy attack, special move, and grab. They don't even have a grab, and block. Right? Block. That's an important button, right? You want a block button. If you're making a fighting game, don't you think it would be a good idea to put a block button in there? Don't you think it would be a good idea to put a grab button in there so you could grab some enemies, grab objects? No, you can't do that. Alright? These guys at Crystal Dynamics made the most boring Avengers game. You can't get more boring than this game. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna play with friends. I'm sure that part's gonna get exciting. But after the 100th time of doing the same mission, fighting the same robots, I've been fighting robots and robots and robots and robots all the time, robots. It's like these guys didn't even try to put in anything else variety-wise. If it's not robots, it's flying robots. If it's not flying robots, it's aim on some jetpacks. And then that's it. You get the same. They're so lazy. These guys at Crystal Dynamics were so lazy in developing the enemies for this game that they just put 3 Marvel villains and the rest is robots. At the end, yeah, it's a Kree Sentry. Because at the end they tease, right? At the end they put a little tease for downloadable content that you're going to have to pay for later. This game is basically the child of Fortnite. And just the most horrible thing you could think of. Like if Last of Us 2 and Fortnite had a child, it would be this game. Okay, because it's a bait and switch, number 1, and number 2, it's a microtransaction nightmare. Okay, they even have stores inside the game. So they have stores inside the game that link you to stores in the real world. Okay, so you know, in the Chimera there's stores. All right, the Chimera is the Avengers helicarrier. They have stores. In the Anthill, can you play as Ant-Man? You can't play as Ant-Man, but Ant-Man looks like Star-Lord. Why did they make Ant-Man look like Star-Lord? I have no idea, but you can only see Ant-Man in the cutscenes. You can't play as Ant-Man. And when you're in the Anthill, Ant-Man's secret base, there's stores in there. Like stores, like I'm talking about stores that link you to $29.99, $49.99, $99.99. Like these guys are so Crystal Dynamics is so thirsty for money, and they've achieved their plan. Okay, they've achieved the destruction of half of the universe with this game, like the destruction of the gaming universe, because a lot of gamers were excited for this game. I was excited. I feel so like it's like a mix of anger, disappointment, frustration. I went to Comic-Con, as I told you guys. I saw this thing is made out to be much larger than what it really is. Even the special edition, which is just this box, okay? They're advertising a statue, something big or whatever, and when you get to the real product, when you strip away the graphics, okay, and you get to the real product that's underneath it, it's not worth the price. I would say that, guys, wait for this game to be $20 on the PlayStation Store, because that is how much the game is worth. The game is worth $20. I'm serious, okay? If you're an Avengers fan, if you're a completionist, if you absolutely must have this game, which I think I'm probably just gonna sell my copy back on eBay. I want nothing to do with this game. I beat the game, I finished it. There's nothing more for me to do, and if I want to play with my friends, I'm just gonna grind out the same missions with the same enemies and the same levels. That's boring. Okay, that's boring. Give me something story-wise. Give me a narrative. Give me something that I could feel attached to. Not a hollow corporate, a cash cow, you know, sellout game that you have to buy into to enjoy. Look at Thor. 99-cent store Thor with his, cheap cape.
Maybe a son of Odin. I will bring the lightning, Captain. They won't even see you on the ground.
Whoa.
That looks like it was gotten from like a costume shop. Why does all these Avengers look like cosplayers? They look like no disrespect to cosplayers, they're amazing cosplayers, but these guys are the cosplayers you don't want. These are the ones that, whatever, they just put it together, they don't even care. They just want to show up to be cool, right? These Avengers are like, I just don't get it, guys. I just don't get it. I mean, I do get it. They just want money. And that's how they made the game. They just made the game for just money reasons. Not for anything to do with the fans. Okay? Thor, the facial animations, they look alright. Alright? This facial animations is mediocre. Everything is mediocre. The hair still looks like a dead rat on our guy here, on Bruce Banner. On Hulk. Still looks like a dead rat. You can't mess up Black Widow's hair. Black Widow has to look nice, so they made Black Widow look great. But hair-wise, Thor, you should see how laughable Thor looks in this game. Thor looks like a discount Thor. It's ridiculous, guys. It's a slap in the face to anyone who calls themselves a Marvel fan. Please wait for a sale. Don't buy this at $60. All right, unless you absolutely have to have it. Okay, there's diehard fans that they don't care about any of that. They just want to play as Avengers. They don't care if the game is very repetitive. Listen, all games are repetitive. Okay. My complaint is that when you make a game, if it's going to be repetitive, make it satisfying. Make it enjoyable loop. Make it an enjoyable combat loop. God of War is repetitive, but I'll play God of War over Avengers any day. God of War 3, when you're doing combos with the Chains of Olympus or whatever. That's fun. There's no combo count in this game. This is not a brawler. No combos. All of the combos start to get the same. They're all the same. And if you want a difference in your combos, you gotta pay $29.99? What is that? What the heck is that, guys? I'm not paying $29.99 to see Captain America do a drop kick. You're bugging out, guys. You're bugging. Crystal Dynamics, you're done in this household. Okay? I will never buy another Crystal Dynamics game ever. You're finished. Okay? Put them up there on the... Get out of here, Crystal Dynamics. You're up there on the wall of banned companies. You're done. Music is supposed to uplift you. Music is supposed to rile you up. The Avengers music. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hulk smash Tony. None of that. Soulless. This game is a hollow shell. It's terrible. The music is horrible. The music sucks. Horrible. Dialogue, story, the narrative, just everything about this game is either okay or there's Avenger. Look, Cap is missing an ear. It's alright. People are gonna buy it anyway.
People will buy it anyway because it's the Avengers. And they will buy it.
You got me, and I bought it. Okay, you happy? You got your money. We're done, okay? Any collectors out there, if you're interested in the collector's edition, I will be putting that up on eBay. Actually, the statue is not really that bad. But again, guys, like for die-hard collectors, I guess you pick it up. For gamers and for Marvel fans that are really into the franchise, this game doesn't give you what you're looking for. It's just terrible disappointment all around. The controls, everything I said, it's just slow, it's grindy. Kamala Khan and Black Widow are the two fastest characters in the game. The game starts to pick up a little bit in the middle with the introduction of Thor. When Thor, appears, he's been absent like half the game, and then Thor comes out of nowhere, and then you get to play as Thor, and then the game starts getting a little bit exciting, right? You're like, oh, okay, now I'm playing as Thor. But then that they take it away from you, and then you don't play as Thor anymore. You probably play as Thor like one time. You play as each hero like one time, and then between missions, they want you to do some grindy side missions. So, gameplay, like each character has like a different type of block. Captain America can block with his shield. Hulk, I guess he blocks with his body. No real block button, no real gear is irrelevant. Gear is irrelevant. There's no purpose for the gear in the game. There's no purpose for the gear because all you can do is press one button and you just level up all the gear. So you don't need to look at the gear stats. The skill tree are very small. You could easily, this game was giving me trophy after trophy after trophy. They were giving me trophies just to play the game. So if you play the game, you're going to get a lot of trophies out of it just by playing it, right? The enemies are the same enemies, grindy enemies, same type of challenges, and the ridiculous missions that you go on where you have to stand on a square. That's a mission. You stand on a square, and you better move to the next square, because if not, the aimbots are gonna go aimbots, right? Those are the enemies, aimbots. Think about that, okay? So, guys, between the graphics, the gameplay, just replayability in terms of grind. This is a corporate cash-in, as I said again, and this is one of these times in my life where I regret going in on this. Okay, but see if I missed anything. Level design, enemy AI, level design, just big open levels. It's not an open world game. It's a linear game with levels that you choose that are wide open levels with a lot of empty space. These levels are so huge and lots and lots of empty space in it. It's designed, it's like a Destiny type game, just like that, but even worse. There's more fun to be had playing Destiny. This is just like... So my final rating for Marvel's Avengers, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say Marvel's Avengers. Crystal Dynamics Avengers. My rating for the Crystal Dynamics Avengers is a solid 4 out of 10. Okay? 4 out of 10, guys. That's what I'm giving this game. I was going to give it a 5 out of 10. It was going to get a straight 5 out of 10 mediocre, but because some of the aspects of the game are broken.
Rogers, we told ourselves Terrigen was going to change the world.
I know. We made a mistake, George.
Don't call me that. George failed. MODOK won't. We can't cure this, or what we've become.
What are you saying?
Power cannot be controlled. I know that now. It has to be destroyed.
No.
Our sacrifice will be remembered, Captain.
Oh no, this doesn't look good. We should get out of here. Come.
Okay, it doesn't live up to the Avengers name. No Marvel villains, only 3. Monica Rapucci, robot enemies, grindy experience, slow-moving characters in non-related combat scenes, same type of grindy combat, monetization of almost everything in the game. And to get tokens, but OC, you can get those for free if you keep playing the game. You can get a lot of stuff for free. You just gotta grind it out. The reward drops are not worth it. I beat the game and I didn't have any money. They're supposed to like reward you with tokens and stuff. I beat the whole game and I still didn't even have enough money to get a skin in the game. All right, I probably got two things in the game by playing it: a nameplate, maybe 2 nameplates. All right, the game is a buggy, laggy, loading times. Forget about those loading times, man. Those loading times are horrible for a game. It's 2020, and you make a purposefully buggy, glitchy, breaky, with loading times that are ridiculous, and then when you play the game, it's, you know, they don't give you your choice, all right? You pick what they want you to pick, and then when they want you to pick it, you know, it's like, okay, now you start with your 2 Avengers, Hulk and Kamala. Why can't you just give me all of the Avengers? And the reason they can't give you all of the Avengers is because the story sucks. And it has nothing to do with Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan is actually one of my favorite playable characters because she could stretch like Mr. Fantastic. She's really cool, Kamala Khan is. But why didn't you guys just give us an Avengers level threat and have all of the Avengers unlocked from the beginning and then let us play as our favorite heroes? It's like they unlock 2 Avengers here, 1 Avenger there. And when you have 4 Avengers, and you picked 1 Avenger, like I'll pick Captain America. The 3 are already controlled by the game. You can't switch between them. You cannot switch between Avengers. That would have made the game at least a 6 to a 7 if I could switch between Avengers as I am playing. You can't do that. You can't switch between Avengers. That's why Marvel Ultimate Alliance is so good. Because they don't lock you with 1 character. It's like if you're playing as Gambit and you get tired of playing as Gambit, you could switch to Wolverine. If you get tired of playing as Wolverine, you could switch to the Hulk. If you get tired as Hulk, you could switch to Captain America. They don't do that in this game. When you have 4 Avengers, you're playing one and the game is controlling the other 3, you're stuck with that one. You can't switch up. And, you know, even the fighting moves get the same. Everything is the same. 4 out of 10. I'm very disappointed with you, Crystal Dynamics. And this has been our review. Crystal Dynamics Avengers, guys. Thank you for supporting our channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button right down there. Hit that notification button. We work really hard on these videos, guys, to make sure you get the best, coolest, newest content, game reviews, news reviews, movie reviews, unboxings, and everything else under the sun, entertainment and pop culture in Bamcomixs. I hope that today is the day that we've earned that subscription from you guys. Don't hesitate. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button to keep yourselves in the loop of all of the coolest gaming news, movie reviews, comic news, pop culture news, entertainment news, and everything else we have to offer here at Bamcomixs. This has been OC for Bamcomixs Video Game Review The Avengers, and thanks for watching.
They will buy our game. They will get Spider-Man a little later. PC? No Spider-Man for you. Xbox? No Spider-Man for you. They will get different characters later. Yes, we'll add them later. Yeah. With a $10 battle pass. A $10 battle pass!
And now it's time to go to Tahiti, where we could spend all of our money now. In a beach where we collect 10%.